Hello and welcome back to my channel Inspired with Anushka. Guys, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Guys, once again I'm in front of you all with a new topic, that is on the way we are discussing about the asexual reproduction, in which we have already studied about the budding and binary fission and spore formation. And the next term, the topic for today is fragmentation and vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation contains two parts. One is normally we will discuss on this topic, that is natural, and the other base for the vegetative propagation is artificial method. If the video will no longer, then I will continue that topic also in today. Otherwise, if it will take time, then I will the place in another video. So guys, come and let's start the topic. So the first topic is fragmentation and regeneration. The fragmentation is a process, or the regeneration is a process in which the organism develop or regenerate their lost part of body. Okay, so the regeneration is the best mean of asexual reproduction in certain protozoa, spongy, coelenterata, planaria. Guys, all the organisms which may lost their organs or their any part of the body in certain accident, then it's a very essential way by which all the parts of the body which are which are removed from the body will regenerate into a new organism. So guys, fragmentation and regeneration in certain algae as spongy, the long ribbon like or the filamentous body may also break up to into the two or more than two parts in the fragments. The breaking part of the body into one and more part is called the fragment. The fragment then grows into the new individual. The ability of living things to repair themselves or grow the damaged part of the body is called regeneration. For this type of reproduction, the plant should have the good power of regeneration. So, whenever we will discuss about the topic of the regeneration in asexual reproduction, then this process will continue with only one thing, that is, first it will break into some fragments, and then all the fragmented part will generate or will grow into a new individual. So guys, this is all about the fragmentation. This topic is a very simple topic and not so much important, but it's in the syllabus, so we have to study about that. And the second and next main topic is the vegetative propagation. In this from this topic, most of the questions is going to be asked when we will discuss about the side of asexual reproduction. Then it's a very important topic for the asexual reproduction. Let's start. Reproduction from vegetative part without the help of any reproductive organ is called vegetative propagation. The plants like sugarcane, ginger, rose, strawberry, potato, jasmine, mint and turmeric are grown by the vegetative reproductive method. Many new plants can be obtained from the leaves, stem and root of the parent plant. The plant raised by the vegetative propagation bears flower and fruits earlier than those plants which are grown from the seed. So it is the importance of the vegetative propagation that when we will propagate the plants with the vegetative propagation method, then it will bear flower and fruits earlier than it should be then when it is being grown from the seed. So vegetative propagation by modified root, you must have seen the example of potato. The plants such as dahlia has shown swollen root. When such swollen roots are bored into the soil, the new plant are obtained. Okay, so it's an example of vegetative propagation by the modified roots. The next is the vegetative propagation by the modified underground stem. Plants like potato, ginger, onion can be obtained from their modified underground stem. So potato, when planted for new plants, these parts which give rises to new plants contains the meristematic tissue. The cell in the meristematic tissue can divide and grow and therefore form a new plants. So the next point is vegetative propagation by leaf. Leaf of certain plants such as bryophyllum contain adventitious root in their notches located on the margin. These bud develops into the new plants, and when these are grown into the soil, this all will be just like a new individual and mature like another plant. So this is all about the vegetative propagation by leaf. We have already discussed about the vegetative propagation by modified root, by the underground stem, and this is by leaf. And now the time comes for the vegetative propagation by aerial stem. The certain plants, a slender branch originates from the base of the stem grown and bends to touch the soil. It develops bud and root at that point of contact with the soil. The bud develops into the new plants. The wild strawberry propagates by these methods. In some common doob, it means grass, the stems grows along the soil, forming the roots at certain intervals and giving rise to the new plants. So guys, this is all about all the natural ways for the vegetative propagation, and we have also accepted some of the artificial methods for the vegetative propagation. The vegetative propagation method is a simple, faster and less expensive method for the multiplying of plants in a very less time. Okay, so it is for this reason that is the method commonly used in the agriculture and horticulture. So nowadays we are using the artificial method for the vegetative propagation in a very large way. Some artificial methods for the vegetative propagation are cutting, grafting, layering, tissue culture. I know most of these things you know already, because these are the normal things which we also apply at our home also. You can see the example of all these things at your home, or this is very domestic issue. So let's start the vegetative propagation method. First one is the cutting. The small pieces of the stem of a plant have some leaf bud is called cutting. When such a cutting is planted into the moist soil, it develops root and grows into a new plant. So sugarcane, cactus, roses, etc. these are the grown from this cutting vegetative propagation. By cutting has the some advantages. We can have some advantages, just like a large number of plants can be produced from one plant can be grown in lesser time as compared to the plant grown from the seeds. The new plants are exact copy of the parental plant. So this is the process of cutting, which is the number one process for the artificial vegetative propagation. The second one is layering. So layering is a method. A lower branch of the plant is bent in the ground and converted with the moist soil. After some time, when the roots sprouts out from the branch, these branch it just behave like a new plant. These plants are separated from the parental plant and made to grow as a new plant. Jasmine, that is commonly called chameli, and bougainvillea or roses can be propagated by this method. So layering is a process in which we bend the stem towards the ground and we will cover it with a moist soil that will force or that will create to grow roots and buds from there, and after cutting that it will be a just like a new plant. So this is the simple process of layering. Now the next process is grafting. In this method, a cutting of desired plant is inserted into a cut into the stem, branch or a rooted plant of some same species. So we will take the stems of the two plants, and one we will take that we have to attach it with the another stem of the another plant. So firstly we will slightly cut that, and then we will join it with the cotton part of the that plant which we have to be attached to it. Okay, so in this method the stalk and the squine are tied together with a thread so that their cambium get fused into one. So for the supply of necessary nutrition to the cycon, the technique is very helpful in producing the desired variety of plants and fruits in a single plant. So grafting has also some advantages, that is desired variety of plants, flowers and fruits can be obtained by this method. The plants which cannot be grown easily from the seeds or from cutting can be grown by this method. New varieties of flowering plants and fruits bearing plants can be developed by grafting. So it is all about the process of grafting. Let's talk about the last topic of the vegetative propagation, that is the tissue culture. In this method a small tissue is taken from the top of a plant and is placed in an artificial nursery medium containing the hormones under the aseptic condition. The piece of tissue grown into an unorganized and undifferentiated mass of tissue called the callus. It is then transferred to another nutritive medium where it multiplied and differentiate into the small plants. These planted are then transferred to the moist soil for the further growth. So Spirogyra are the plant which are grown with this method. So advantages of the artificial or the vegetative propagations are, the vegetative propagation method has the following advantages which I am going to recite one by one. The new plant or the daughter plant obtained by the vegetative propagation undergo the same condition and genetically identical to the parental plant. The next one is the fruit trees of the flower grows by this method starts giving fruits and flower in lesser time than those grown from the seed. The next one is the plant which do not produce seeds can be easily grown by this method. And the last one is this method is more economic and less time consuming process. So guys, this is all about the process of vegetative propagation. Hope you all have liked this video. If you like this video, then please press the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get my latest video easily. And guys, don't also forget to put the comments, so because it is a mirror for me which always gives the feedback to me that am I going in the right way or not. So guys, thank you so much once again.